Imagine this. Escape from Tarkov, but at the scale of DayZ. That's the dream game. In this game, Gray Zone Warfare takes a stab at that. So is this the dream game I've been looking for? The short answer, it isn't. Yet. What you're about to see is the story of the 4 days I spent with this game in its closed pre-alpha test. I experienced solo play and later in the video, some squad play as well. You're gonna see the good and the bad, starting with day number 1. I spent the first day alone. Like, literally, I was the only one on the server. But that's because I was in Southeast Asian servers since I'm from the Philippines. And this was a creator and friends only closed test, so as expected, there weren't much Asian gamers. I did end up switching over to US servers later on, which was way more populated, but first I wanted to get the grasp of the fundamentals here. The first thing I do appreciate about this game is the lack of loading screens. So before the chopper ride I just took, I spawn into the home base where I can access a main menu that has my stash and the traders. Once I gear up and accept my tasks, I call for the chopper and take a ride to the mission area, all in real time. And if you're a Tarkov gamer like myself, to go from raid to raid, it probably takes an average of 15 to 20 minutes to get going with all the loading screens in between. All of our first tasks are at a nearby town, but once I got there, I pretty much forgot about my tasks because I'm trying to get used to the movement and combat mechanics. The first word that comes to mind when it comes to the movement is clunky. But then again, Tarkov felt clunky when I first tried it, and once you get used to the Tarkov movement, the clunk goes away. But here in Gray Zone Warfare, honestly, the clunk never left me, and it's mainly because of the strafing. Your movement speed is significantly reduced when you're strafing, especially while you're ADS'd. It's like you're walking in knee-deep mud. I did find a bit of a workaround where as I peek around the corner, I stay on ADS up until I've made it around the corner. In terms of combat, a big problem I did find that bothered me throughout the playtest was the inconsistencies of the time to kill. Like for this instance, I took this AK and tried to mag dump an unarmored local twice. Oh, how is he still alive? Oh my goodness. Finally. You could argue that I may have missed most shots, but I don't know, I feel like I was on him. I also found that looting wasn't worth it, at least for this playtest, as you'll mostly find food, drinks, and bandages as loose loot, and guns and ammo on enemies. All these don't really sell for much either at the traders. Most of the money you'll be making in this playtest are from quests, so there wasn't an incentive into exploring these beautifully designed environments. They actually felt a little empty. With all that in mind, I moved over to the American servers where immediately as I spawned in, already see other individuals. Which is great because it adds a lot of life to the environment as you hear gunshots and other people speaking around you as you do your thing. The one thing I was curious about as I came into a populated server was how common PvP is in this game. And quickly, I learned you will rarely come across it unless you decide to cross 40 kilometers in game to get to the other faction's home base, which would take roughly, I don't know, more than half an hour in real time probably. Although I was looking forward to some PvP in this playtest, I didn't want to force it either. I was hoping to come across it naturally. But it was in day 2 where I had my first player interaction with a stranger. Yo, you can grab a gun here if you want to.
Yo, I appreciate it. Yeah, I was just about to ask, can I grab it?
Yeah, go for it, dude, go for it.
Appreciate it.
Couple guys to the left, careful. They should be good. Oh, there's one more.
One's running on your right.
Yeah, you got a gun?
This guy had no gun now.
So they drop it on the floor. Yeah, you actually have to grab it off the floor. Might be easier to get one of these guys on this. Where's this? Oh, there's no guy on the street. Never mind. Yeah, they usually drop it on the floor. It's not on the guy. Here. There's a SKS here. And take the bullets out of his stuff.
Appreciate it, man.
No worries, man.
Is it like alt-click to like auto-equip?
Yeah, I
Did
think.
you play Tarkov?
Yeah, I do play Tarkov. I think it might work too. I haven't tried it myself. I know control click works. I haven't tried alt click. It was in this moment as we met our first friend Zephyr. Shout out to you, by the way, if you're watching this. Where I felt the appeal of what Gray Zone Warfare is trying to do. This random allied wholesome interaction where you and a stranger are on the same side. The same reason why I feel Helldivers 2 is such a great game. We're all on the same side with a common goal. But this is also the moment I realized that that's what's missing in Gray Zone Warfare. A common goal that Zephyr and I can work towards. As much as I wanted to hang around Zephyr all day, I had my own quests to do and he had his. I could help him do his quests, but at this point I was 1 or 2 quests ahead of him. But that would hinder my progress. So although we are faction mates, we were on different paths. I didn't find the real incentive of teaming up with a stranger like Zephyr all day, outside of making a new friend and having a wholesome interaction. I wish there was a bigger common goal we could work towards together, but there wasn't any. So I did end up going my own way and continued to do my quests. Most quests in this game are simple: find this gas station, or for this one, find this dead body at one of the backyards near the town hall, which at first I found pretty fun. It's like a little treasure hunt game. Oh, there you go. Finally. But that wore off pretty quickly, especially on day number 3, where I was tasked to place these 3 medical supply boxes in 3 different parts of the town. But because the description of where to drop it off was so vague, it took me a good 2 hours to finish this super simple drop-off quest. This might have been a me problem, but hear me out. The mission description says, place the supplies in a box. So the item I have is supplies in a box by the front door at a farm. So I went to these farms and tried to drop off this box at the front door. So I was going to as many front doors near farms as I could, and it wasn't working. Only to realize they meant place the supplies in a box by the front door. Box in the front door. There we go. Oh my goodness. First one. I feel so dumb right now. Am I wrong about being wrong? Just me? Alright. In all fairness, this might have been a me problem. I'll admit that. But I will say I was done for the day after this. Because most tasks are pretty much similar. Just go from point A to point B, grab this, grab that, look for this, look for that. It can get monotonous after a handful. The good news, day number 4 was going to be a fun one. Because it's the day where I'm finally going to link up with my good friends Deef and Mr. Atomic Duck for some squad runs.
Alright, we'll go in south for Deef's first objective.
Sounds good. The plan was to blast out some quests together, starting with Deef's starter quest since it's his first day of this playtest. So he went to a nearby gas station that Deef had to locate, cleared it of locals, and did the same for his next 2 locations, the convenience store and the construction site. But after doing a couple more quests, we were pretty much done with doing any more of them. Again, because of the monotony of questing that I mentioned earlier in this video. So instead, we decided to take a chopper home and huddle up for our next plan, which was gonna be a big one. Lucky suggested we take a hike halfway across the map to an airfield west of our HQ to truly experience the scale of the 42 kilometers Gray Zone Warfare offers. So we did exactly that, first taking a chopper to the furthest landing zone we have available, which honestly was still quite near to our headquarters, but we were prepared for a long trek through the jungle. And this adventure did not disappoint. This was one of the most immersive and scenic walks through a video game world I've had. The level of detail in the jungle is pretty insane. Every so often, you'll run into an isolated home some kilometers later, occupied by locals.
Oh,
Guys.
voices.
Yeah,
hold on. Oh, what?
Just take a hit.
I have no idea where it is.
Took it in my shoulder.
Moving in.
I see him.
Got
There you
him.
go. Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
clean.
Chinned.
Absolutely chinned him, lad. Alright, go to the shack.
And again, like I mentioned earlier in this video, we knew there wouldn't be anything interesting to loot here in this pre-alpha test, but the potential for the devs to add a chance of rare loot later on in full release could make these long treks worth doing instead of taking a chopper everywhere. As we continued our journey west towards the airfield, we started to discover new terrain, like this river you could wade through. Oh, I love the water animation. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like when you're walking through it.
Yeah, I want to see how you look in third person. Oh, yeah, you're doing it. Doing the exact action you see in first person. Cool. And after nearly 15 minutes of continuous walking, we found something interesting a few kilometers before making it to the airfield.
Oh, ramen. I don't know if that's grass or a person, but top left of the road. Like, somebody come to me real quick. I don't have a scope.
Going right. Where are you?
Top left, right at the top left of the road.
That is a person.
There you go.
Yeah, is it AI? It's AI. I can take the shot.
Oh.
Got him. We followed this road that led us to this gate that's guarded by locals who seem to have obtained military-grade gear. I don't think they're part of the local military. They seem more like scavengers.
Yeah, there's more of them coming. They're coming to the gate, boys.
Okay. Nice shot. How many?
These guys have shotguns, and there's an M4 here.
Flashing in. Is that a flash?
Did you
That
fart?
seems so pathetic.
I think this might be a suppressed
in.
M4 right here.
As we got past the gate, we see an entrance to what looks like a bunker.
I wish I had a flashlight.
Are there flashlights
I
in this
think
game?
either. Behind you.
Checking right. There's a door to the right. I'm clearing this. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Close. Right door. Right to left.
yeah. Stay low. We are where that is.
Yeah, it's
I
me.
shoot over you.
Yeah. Got the guy on the
Nice.
left.
Just keep in the middle lane. Probably keep eyes behind us as well.
Yeah,
to
I'm
be
watching
fair.
behind. I'm watching behind.
Okay, I'm gonna
I'm-
push down. I'm pushing down middle lane.
Yep, I'm stacked on the other door of the my room. I'm to your right if you're going down the middle lane. Coming out your right now.
Yep. See it. All right, we've bought you some space, Steve, if you wanna.
Okay. Going down the end tunnel here.
Steve's got the grenades. If we find like any of them,
Oh, I'm out of
you
grenades.
use them all.
Told you.
Okay, can you guys hold
Told you
this?
I would- Oh no, I'm
Yeah,
not actually. I
sure.
tell I've got 2
I'll go.
grenades.
I'll turn left.
Roger.
I've got 2 grenades. Yeah.
I got a guy here.
Take it.
Down. I'm gonna hold this left lane.
Moving right. There's a room here. Control room.
Watching behind you, Duck. You want to check it?
Moving in.
I'll be behind you guys.
It's like a kitchen, control room.
After exploring for a bit, we didn't find anything of interest outside of heavily geared AI and discovered that the bunker simply loops around back to where we started, at least for this pre-alpha test. This could be a tunnel system in the future that leads to all sides of the map. Who knows? So we exited the bunker and finally made it into the airfield, where we found a little more of the same. Waves of heavily geared AI. But this time, these guys seemed like legitimate local military, no longer scavengers. So they were tankier and with better weapons. Holy sh! He is just
What is he
jiggling.
made of?
Is he still up?
Oh, he's down finally. Yeah, there's one more,
Someone
there's one
moving.
more.
Jesus.
Oh, I hit your asshole. I literally shot your asshole. Dude, I was
I'm bleeding
shooting.
out, man.
I was shooting and then
Tactical diaper, please.
I just saw Steve's asshole. I just shot. Oh, I'm bleeding. Oh, I got
Now
hit.
stay away from me.
Dude, I was zoomed in at a head. I don't know where it's just butt.
Just 2 glorious cheeks appeared in front of your sights.
Okay, he's down. Damn, these guys have got some good armor on, man.
Dude,
I'm
it's not a
bouncing
one tap.
Several rounds.
It's that steel
It's not
bit,
one
like-
tap, man.
I'm putting on a new foregrip on my AK. I found an RK1, which
Nice.
is a longer foregrip.
Checking close right. I want to jump into the... Check out their bodies here.
Oh, there's a magazine right here. Is this? Please tell me it's got some ammo. I can't grab it.
Oh, I'm dead. There's a player. It's a player.
No.
I died to a player. After 11 hours of total playtime, this was my first encounter with an enemy player. Unfortunately, my teammates never found this guy, and my body remained unlooted for the rest of the session. So my final thoughts on this game? In terms of the actual gameplay loop that currently exists in this pre-alpha test, like the PvE and questing mechanics, I found monotonous and boring. I could not do a session longer than a couple hours doing mundane quests. But if there's one thing that this game has proven, it's that we can actually have a legit open world tactical shooter. The tech is out there, and Grey Zone Warfare proves that. And the dream of an open world Tarkov, it's out there. The question is it in Grey Zone Warfare? Well, we gotta remember, this game is still in development. So only time will tell if this is the dream game. Thank you to our patrons, Yang Blossom Smotty, Lightning Deathbringer, Tim Bitador, and Alex.